March 28, 2025, a powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck central Myanmar, sending powerful tremors across the region. The epicenter was located near Mandalay at a depth of around 10 kilometers, making a shallow and highly destructive quake. In Mandalay, one of Myanmar's busiest and most historic cities, the violent shaking caused immediate chaos. Buildings swayed dangerously before collapsing, and many structures suffered severe structural damage. Videos from the scene captured terrified residents running into the streets as aftershocks rattled the city. The power supply was cut off in many areas, and thick clouds of dust rose into the air as debris from century-old pagodas, commercial buildings, and homes crumbled. Roads cracked open, with some areas experiencing sinkholes and landslides, blocking critical highways and disrupting transportation. Footage shows people screaming and rushing for the exits as shelves full of goods crash the floor. Myanmar. The destruction was just as severe. Traditional wooden and bamboo houses, common in many villages, were no match for the earthquake's power. Entire neighborhoods were flattened, and thick dust clouds filled the air. The impact of the earthquake extended far beyond Myanmar's borders, as strong tremors were reported in Thailand, India, China, and even parts of Laos. In Bangkok, the shaking was so intense that office workers evacuated high-rise buildings in panic.
Two days earlier, a massive 7.7 magnitude earthquake tore through the country, reducing buildings to rubble and sending shockwaves as far as Bangkok, Thailand, and parts of China.
Security footage from a 30-story skyscraper under construction in Bangkok captured the moment it collapsed, causing widespread fear and prompting emergency response teams to rush to the scene.
most powerful to hit Myanmar in over a century, has left a staggering toll, at least 1,700 dead, with authorities warning the true number could rise significantly in the coming weeks. Thousands more are injured or missing. A devastating earthquake shook Myanmar on Friday, claiming the lives of more than 140 individuals and leaving widespread destruction in its wake.
China's Yunnan province. People reported furniture moving and chandeliers swaying as the tremors reached their cities. While no major destruction was reported there, authorities closely monitored the situation due to the risk of aftershocks. Kolkata, residents felt prolonged shaking, leading to the temporary shutdown of metro services as a precautionary measure.
Near Mandalay, a historic city home to more than 1.5 million people.
Following the initial 7.7 magnitude earthquake, the region was hit by multiple aftershocks, the strongest of which measured 6.4 on Richter scale. These aftershocks further weakened already damaged structures, causing additional collapses and hampering search and rescue efforts. In Yangon, the country's largest city, people camped out in parks and public squares overnight, too afraid to sleep inside their homes. In rural and mountainous regions, rescue efforts were complicated by landslides, which made roads impassable. Helicopters and drones were deployed to survey the hardest hit areas, and some humanitarian organizations airdropped emergency supplies to villages that had been cut off.
Prompting foreign rescue teams to begin arriving in the country. In Bangkok, more than 18 people lost their lives as the tremors caused chaos. 11 were killed when an under-construction high-rise collapsed within minutes, trapping dozens. 7 others died across the city, where nearly 9,500 reports of building damage have poured in. Mandalay, the nation's second-largest city and a historic cultural hub, bore the brunt of the disaster. An ancient city-turned-township, Amarapura, witnessed heart-wrenching devastation. A local rescue worker reported recovering 30 bodies from the rubble of multi-story apartment buildings. Volunteers and medical personnel are working around the clock, treating injuries ranging from fractures to severe trauma, while makeshift shelters are being erected to house those who have lost everything. I've never seen anything like this. Roughly a fifth of our homes are gone. We keep getting calls for help from people trapped inside, but our resources are too scarce to reach everyone. Still, we won't stop trying. State Department spokesperson Tammy Bruce affirmed that disaster experts were on standby to deliver crucial supplies, such as food and clean water. Our capacity to respond remains intact, she emphasized. In Thailand's capital, Bangkok, the disaster's ripple effects were tragically evident. 9 people were reported dead as rescuers scrambled through the wreckage of a collapsed tower block.
This will take time to rebuild, but the people of Myanmar are resilient, and they will rebuild.
Struck Myanmar and Thailand continues to unfold, with ongoing rescue operations and assessments revealing the full extent of the disaster. Thailand. In Bangkok, the collapse of a high-rise under construction resulted in at least 10 fatalities, with over 100 people reported missing or trapped under debris. The city has been declared a disaster area, and rescue efforts are ongoing.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay informed about the latest developments.